What's up, y'all? It's Voch. This is a weekly fantasy football show segment series that I kind of been wanting to do. Fantasy Football Fridays. I know it's Saturday, but I have a lot of fantasy football stuff in terms of content that I wanted to bring to y'all. We have the Dallas Cowboy YouTuber League or whatnot, and I kind of want to, keep tabs on that one. I think, it'll just kind of be fun to keep up with that with the weekly Cowboy YouTubers that I'll be lining up smoking against weekly. Also, I had another idea that I'm gonna share with y'all a little bit later. Let's kind of jump into the situation. All right, I'm playing Jeff Cavanaugh this week. I plan on smoking him too. So he was projected higher than me earlier in the week, and he's still projected higher than me. But I never listen to these projections, man. They can just kick rocks, man. They can kick rocks, B. But in terms of who I'm gonna be starting, right? I think y'all saw the draft. If y'all haven't seen the draft, you can go watch my reaction to it. My Cowboy family did one. Mark Holmes did one, but he ain't know how to do it, and apparently he don't care. But it is what it is on that. I'm starting Lamar Jackson this week, man. I'm gonna start Lamar Jackson every week until week he can't play no more, and then I'll go find a quarterback, and then he's gonna be right back starting again. Clyde, I think Clyde was the one that kind of threw my projections off because like they got him projected at this little 15.3 right here because they didn't expect my mans to come in and smoke the world, man. But if I know anything about Chiefs running backs and there's no competition, those guys typically work magic for Andy Reid, dog. Like, if it's a committee situation where there's no, I don't want to say alpha guy, but like if there's no RB1, you know what I mean? Like kind of like last year, then all those guys can take snaps. But if it's a situation where Andy Reid gets his own single running back, like Shady McCoy in Philly, like like a Jamal Charles type situation, or a Kareem Hunt. We all saw what Kareem Hunt was able to do. Situations like that, man. And I think Clyde is in a situation like this. Damian Wilson opted out, so Clyde ended up with 19.8 points last night, Thursday or whatnot. But man, he could have had a lot more than that. They really tried to dig him in there on those goal line carries, and it wasn't his fault. He had like 6 goal line attempts. The offensive line was just getting their ass smoked, so that was a problem there. And he didn't get any catches, so this number would have been much higher if they would have thrown the ball like they were supposed to, and he would have gotten in on those goal line carries. I think Clyde is going to get all the work. I think he's going to get even better this year. So that's just that. Chris Carson, Calvin Ridley, DK Metcalf. I like those guys a bunch. I think it's going to be check down city for the Chargers or whatever. And, if you got Tyrod Taylor or a new quarterback starting, then tight end is going to be one of your best friends. Plus, they playing Cincinnati this week. We're going to run that out there. I ain't really made my mind up about flex because I know Deontay Johnson versus the Giants could be like big points. But then again, like if David Montgomery doesn't play, they say he could play, but I don't think he's gonna play. I think Tariq Cohen probably gets a few more carries, not in a bell cow kind of way, but he does get a few more looks. Plus, he's going to catch the football. This is a PPR league, and they're against Detroit, man. So I'm just thinking about running him out there. Looking at my other options, man, JK, man. Yeah, so it's either going to be Deontay Johnson or Tariq Cohen, and I got time to make that decision. I got a little time before Sunday. I started the Philly defense. I normally don't partake in any type of positivity when it comes to Philly, but they playing the Washington Football Wizards this week, so it's a little ass whooping there. For some reason, they got Josh Allen only 3 points behind Lamar Jackson. That's why these projections is killing me. You dig? But besides that, though, man, I don't mind, the rest of their little projections or whatever. I think Jeff got a cool little squad, man. Terry McLaurin exists, but I think Haskins is bad. Terry McLaurin was actually great last year when Case Keenum was throwing the football. Then Haskins started throwing him. Then Terry McLaurin got bad. So we'll have that conversation whenever y'all ready to. Tyler Lockett, Joe, man, it should be a good little fight, but I fully anticipate smoking the hell out of young Jeff Cavanaugh, man. We're gonna see what happens here. And after all this is over, like probably on a Monday recap, or I'll just probably do it every Friday. I'll tell y'all about how I smoked the last team and how we moving on to the next one. I haven't decided how we're gonna do it yet, but this is what I plan on running for the cardio. Currently, like I said, I got 19.8 points on the board. Jeff hasn't started anybody yet, but I'll just keep tabs on that, and I'll probably be live tweeting this too. So stay tuned for my live tweets. Just kind of looking around the rest of the league. Let me make sure it's on the screen. Yeah, cool, it's on the screen. Let me see if I can get a little closer for y'all. A little closer for y'all. And a little closer for y'all. There we go. I try to be a man of the people there. Okoye done put up 59 points on my Cowboys family. Who he started? Who you got playing already? Okay, that's Deshaun Watson putting up 20. David Johnson putting up 20. Will Fuller. Damn, Okoye with his Houston Texans trio. That's all right. My Cowboy family got a little fight ahead of them there. Who they starting? Aaron Rodgers, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones. All right, but that's a good start for Okoye there. Damn, Will Fuller. Hey, listen, man, somebody asked me, somebody saw Will Fuller drop that pass. They were like, hey, Voch, you think they just a little rusty? I said, nah, man, Will Fuller would have dropped that bitch anyway. Will Fuller. Anyway, let's see. Skywalker Steele's playing Shango this week. Skywalker, okay, he got 10 from the kicker. All right, cool. Something light. Joe Rod got 20 from Pat Mahomes, which was under projected for him. Let's see, Pat's so good, man. They just project him at 23, man. We're just gonna project you at 23 and hope you get more than that. Y'all know they undersell you on these projections. Let's see, Law Nation's list, which is interesting. If y'all watch the recap show, then y'all know how I feel about Law Nation show, and that's gonna directly translate into what I'm gonna talk to y'all about later, but we'll see. And for Cardo Space Cowboy, he got Tyreek Hill. Picked up 15 points for him and one for the kicker. Y'all, boy, you might as well cut that fella. You know, Houston got they got Baltimore next week, I think, or the week after that. So good luck to them. Good luck to Houston on that. And let's see. Brother Foot started. Travis Kelce got 17 points. All right. And Big Game James hasn't played anybody yet. So yeah, man, that's our Dallas Cowboy Fantasy Football League, man. It should be a fun one. I plan on smoking Jeff Cavanaugh this week, but we'll see what happens. Another segment, or at least part of my fantasy football show weekly, right? And I kind of want to do this every week, where I just kind of have two parts to it, two segments, so to speak. I'm a Dallas Cowboy football fan, and I make Dallas Cowboy football videos on YouTube. Okay, let's just go ahead and get that started. I saw Law Nation. Let me pull up Law Nation's team, right? I saw Law Nation. I had a conversation with him too. Law was like, "Hey man, I wanted to pick up Zeke. But he kind of came into the draft late, so it auto picked Christian McCaffrey first for him. But he wanted to pick Zeke, and then he picked Dak, I believe, at the top of the second round or something like that. Then he went and got Coops, and then when he got CeeDee Lamb, right? And he, and then he got some other non-Cowboy players. I'm like, damn, dog, Law tried to pull the whole Cowboy situation, right? He tried to, pull that off on us. And I was like, damn, man, Law being a homer, man. Law ain't used to playing fantasy football. And everybody kind of laughed at Law real fast, right? But I'm like, look, I thought about it. I was like, man, if the Cowboys are the offense that we think they're going to be, there's going to be plenty carries to go around, plenty touches to go around. I wonder, how many games can you win with an all-Cowboy team? You know what I mean? And I kind of looked at Law situation like it would have just been a nice case study to figure that out. You know what I mean? Like a nice case study to see, could you pull that off? So I went to Twitter and I started up a free fantasy football league with about 12 teams in it. Salute. And I decided to pull it off and see if I can give it a try. Because I'm stupid as hell. All right. So let me get this out of here. What are we doing? Okay. Because I'm stupid as hell. So what I decided to do, What I decided to do was, I'm going to try to make me an all Cowboys team and see how many games in the year can I win. Right. And my draft order was, I was like third, third drafting overall. So I took Zeke first, came back and took Coop, then Dak, came back and took Gallup, then CD, came back and took Tony, then Greg, came back and took the Cowboys defense. And then I just got a bunch of guys on my bench that I need to move Damian Harrison to IR. See, that's why I do everything on the app. See, that's why I do everything on the app. He's on IR for real. Let me move him to the IR spot. I don't want to move him up here. I'll do it on my phone. Anyway, But yes. In my mind, I was like, how many games can I win with a all Cowboys roster? Like, we know Dak is going to put up big numbers. We know Zeke is going to be Zeke. We don't know what necessarily is going to happen with Tony, but if it's a situation where Mike McCarthy is using Tony like Mike has used two running backs in the past, like he could have Eddie Lacy, but he'll still throw the ball to James Starks or Ty Montgomery or something, right? So, like, maybe Michael Gallup can. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he could, Tony Pollard, maybe Tony can be an effective running back too. Maybe not great, but if everybody else is blowing it up, maybe they can bring him up. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. It's interesting. Cooper and Gallup, if Dak is going to throw for 5,000 yards this year, then those guys are going to get their fair shots, right? Of course, we got to get the first nickel receiver, slot receiver involved, right? So yeah, like, let's see what happens, right? This is a parity league, but I'm gonna be keeping tabs on it. We all know Blake Jarwin's gonna be better than Witten was last year. We don't know if he's gonna be top tier as a tight end, but he should be better than Witten. Then we got the defense and Greg Zuerlein, of course. And to be fair, like, when Zuerlein was good and healthy, like, Zuerlein in fantasy football was getting you like 19, 15 points a week. And hey, that'll make up for some of your Tony Pollard loss if you think that's a real thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I decided to put this little league together just to see how much the Cowboys can win if it was a or how many games can you win if it's a all Cowboys league. Let's see. I'm playing against a cat named Zanny Amendola in week 1, and I think that's a pretty incredible name if you ask me. I think that's pretty creative. He got Aaron Rodgers, Christian McCaffrey, Melvin Gordon. How he get these people? Okay, cool. Okay. I see what happened here. He went McCaffrey first, then he probably went DeAndre and Julio. But how the hell he get Cooper? And you know what? This is probably what happens when Voch is picking and I'm giving picks away. Like, the person, like people around me probably get more picks because I'm giving picks away. But it's looking rough for me with this lineup that we got here. But I believe in my guys, man. I'm not gonna waver from it. When we get to week 10, I'm gonna simply take a loss. That's the Cowboys bye week. I'm gonna simply take a loss and say it is what it is and just lose that week like a man. But yeah, bro. This is pretty interesting, and it should be fun. And I'm going to keep tabs on this all 17 weeks of these, or it ain't gonna be 17 with fantasy football. It's gonna be like 16 or something. I'm going to be keeping tabs on this for the entire fantasy football season, and I'm going to be keeping tabs on the Dallas Cowboy YouTuber League as well. I think that's going to be something fun to keep up with weekly, but I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. Like I said, this is Fantasy Football Friday on Saturday. Moving forward, I'll probably drop these on Saturday. Moving forward, so just make time on your little calendar, and we'll just cross that road whenever we get there. All right, y'all hold it down for the Doski, Woski, and the Peasky Whiskey, man. Salute.